continue.
Oh yeah, continue.
What are you
Ooh.
continuing?
Am I also?
Ah. I was, literally just playing a ton of The Binding of Isaac today,
Oh,
and I'm gonna be playing more of it.
fair enough.
But,
I was, yeah,
it's weird because I was like, I'm just gonna play like literally 3 hours of The Binding of Isaac today, doing nothing. Oh,
oh,
and there's
hmm.
an echo on my end again.
What was it?
Hold on, I'm gonna go and root out the problem with this.
Hmm.
I don't have
I was
my
like,
I don't have my audio
hmm.
turned on. I never have the audio turned on Twitch ever, right?
Yeah,
I have two separate browsers where I go and I like edit on one side and, do all my streaming on the other.
yeah.
So I'm thinking what had happened there was I had mic testing equipment set up earlier, and I think it was still coming through speakers somewhere,
Ah, okay.
which makes sense. So that was irritating, but a minor problem,
Yeah.
nothing big. So yeah,
Anyway, hey Rachel.
yes. Hello, Rachel, as per the usual.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna be clearing my throat a lot. I've got craft stuck in it today, which
Yeah,
is,
so.
never a pleasantry, really. Let's be honest.
No, it's not.
Pretty terrible. Also, wow, her text is tiny today for some reason.
No, what?
Also, I'm the whitest man right now. I
I'm
opened
pretty
up.
what?
As Shepard would say, you're white.
Yeah.
But no, I opened up well, not a picture. I opened up a window, and the window was all white, and it made me just go pitch white.
Hmm.
So, yeah,
Alright.
that's totally a thing. Um, Not sure when or if Nick is even going to be around. There's a good chance that he's either out chasing storms or he's, dead. Because his
Yeah.
illness was totally a thing. But, yeah, we'll see what happens with that
Was there a love you
because
too, Rachel?
he's unpredictable that way. And yeah, I love that face. Because it always looks like she's just so distraught at the same time. Like, I don't know, it's really funny to me. It
I was,
looks like it's kind of on edge, like it's a bit freaked out, doesn't it?
mm, yeah, I do see that.
Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, so before I really get into anything, there's something I wanted to, talk about that's kind of stupid, and it was that convention I was telling you about. You
Mm.
remember the one where it was likely that they scammed a bunch of people and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah.
Um, People started developing a rash there, first of all. It was
Mm.
all of like 2 days long, and people were coming back, and even when they were there, they were starting to develop rashes. And the best part was they were developing a lot of these rashes around the genital regions. And
Huh.
a lot of study went into like trying to figure out and discern where they could have contracted this, right?
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it. The forget me now on the item room. The general consensus on as to where they've started picking up this horrible affliction
Mm.
is they had a ball pit set up, and apparently something had managed to get into, like, they were letting people in it, right? Obviously.
Mm.
And apparently the idea is that somebody who had a rash or an infection or something like that decided, I'm gonna go into the ball pit, and then everyone else that came out afterwards started to get whatever it was. So they're like, we've narrowed it down to the ball pit. And first of all, you're grown people. Like, you're 14 to, higher.
Yeah.
I can't say the exact ages of most of the people there, but I'm gonna venture that, like, they probably weren't over 40, but they probably weren't, like, under 14. Also, god damn it, I
Yeah.
got freaking
That makes
tears
sense.
down and range down. That is not good. This is not a good run for me. But, yeah, they managed to narrow it down to the fact that this stupid place was like, yeah, you know what sounds good? Ball pit. And then some guy infected the ball pit. And a bunch of people were reporting this. And the whole convention itself was just a giant sham / mess, like right from the get-go, pretty much. And to learn the fact that some people were getting, like, not quite an STI, but still an infection, or, you know, some adverse reaction is just amazing to me, because it goes to show it's like, not only did they not plan this, they also were not cleaning. And, like, ball pits are widely renowned to be one of those things where it's like they're exceptionally dirty, and most humans know this.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
These people were like, they're not even kids. Ball pits are usually disgusting because you're shoving a bunch of kids in there, and then the kids are rifling around at the balls with their snotty noses and their barely wiped hands from when they were like touching their butt. Yeah, well, like a lot of the time it's stuff they don't even know, right? Like they're kids. What do they care about it, right? But I mean, in this situation, it's like these are grown people, and somebody ended up like Resident Eviling the entire place with like some sort of genital rash. And I don't know whether or not I'm really happy that that happened, and I think it's hilarious, or whether or not I'm really just quite depressed by it. Like, either way, really. I'm not content with how this run is going, so I'm totally just gonna take this thing, give myself full on Spirit Hearts, and then, you know, potentially this might be the death of me.
Hopefully not.
I'm gonna vote that it very well could be, like... Let's be honest here. But yeah, I really want to, like, go and read some professional articles by people who attended that convention and are like, what the f was this? Because recently all I've seen... I'm already dying. Oh. Not good. But, yeah, I want to see some stuff that isn't just, hey, get in the ball pit. But, like, apparently they had a Night Vale thing going on there. I don't know if you know what Night Vale is.
No.
It's like a radio podcast thing. It's hard to explain. But in Night Vale's kind of like a weird, it doesn't make sense here, nothing makes sense here type of thing. And, yeah, like, they had, like, a panel for the Night Vale guys, and the Night Vale guys just straight up were like, we're not going to come because you're not paying us appropriately. And, not only... God damn it, I can't get anything going for me on this. I have no luck, I have no keys. I've got no keys, I had one bomb. I can't get anything to go my way right now. But, the Night Vale guys... we're all just like, no, you can't go, like, not pay us, and so we're just not going to show up. So a bunch of people paid for Night Vale panel tickets way beforehand, right? And when they paid for it, they were told, like, hey, so you can't get a refund, but you'll get, like, a free thing to all the stuff on Sunday and an extra hour in the ball pit. And I wish that I was kidding when I say that, but, like, the guys running the convention literally used the phrase, an extra hour in the ball pit.
Wow.
And it's just, it's such a trash heap of a convention.
I could hardly fucking stand being there for 10
well,
minutes.
This is the thing, like, they were reporting numbers of 6,000 to 7,000 people attending, right? I saw a picture of an empty convention hall with 5 or 6 people sitting on the floor, like 3 people in a ball pit, some people sitting next to a deflating bouncy castle, and they were like, there's barely 500 people, if that, here.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, so... also, I'm pretty much just dead.
Sounds like the best convention ever.
Well, like, that's the thing. Some people are going and saying, like, it was the best convention I've ever been to. I'm like, it's probably the only convention you've ever been to. They cost $60 to get there. Like, to get in. I just threw. I wasn't gonna
Doesn't even
survive
seem,
that.
that doesn't even seem fucking worth it.
Well, this is the thing. $60, that's the price to get into Comic-Con. That is the price to get into Fan Expo, which is like the Canadian equivalent.
Way better than fucking that piece of shit, then.
Yeah, and it was great because like there was like a live thing going on where somebody was like live blogging about it, and one of the messages that they sent out was update: the ball pit has deflated. Because the ball pit wasn't even like a constructed ball pit. The ball pit was legitimately like they got a blow up pool and then just had people go in it.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, you know, like those blow up kiddie pools. They got a blow up kiddie pool, and then they shoved a bunch of people in it. And we were like, "That's the ball pit," and you get like, I guess you have to pay for your time in the ball pit because they were like, you get an extra hour in the ball pit. Who spends an hour in a ball pit, right? Like,
I don't fucking know. Kids don't even spend that long.
even like small cons can be fun. Yeah, well, no, small cons can be fun because they're safer and they're nicer, and they're not stuffed with people.
Yeah, like,
clamoring around.
Right,
It's
what's the fuck's the point of that?
What's the point of the ball pit convention? Also, I've gotten Passionate Boy twice in a row on these runs now. This is some wild stuff.
Was that like the whole fucking selling point? Hey, we got a ball pit.
No, they actually had some like really great prizes they were giving away. Never saw head or hindquarters about those. They were like, we have all these great prizes for you guys to win, right? And then no one ever saw them.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's pretty great. And I think my favorite thing was like, other than the ball pit, because the ball pit's pretty amazing. I think my favorite thing that I saw was like somebody saying like, hey, so, you know, I'm standing around here, there's only like 500 people here, what the hell is this? And then somebody was sitting there being like, oh, you're an idiot for even going there. And they were like, they don't even have con security. I just walked straight in, didn't pay a thing.
Yep.
It's just, it's wild that that exists. That there is a place that just so accurately represents what I deem Tumblr to be like. Because it was created by people that are frequent bloggers on Tumblr, right? And it turned into scamming, minors getting let into 18 plus things, everyone getting rashes and no one knowing why, a ball pit, again, no one knows why, and people selling things for 400% their profit, like what they would normally make off of it selling it on like Etsy or something. So it's literally, oh, and then like the half the people that were sitting there being like, this is the best con ever, and then the people that were like sobbing and having anxiety attacks. To me, that's just like the embodiment of Tumblr into the physical plane. Like that's like somebody took that site and was like, let's just make it a reality, because it was just the most pathetic, sad excuse for humanity. Also, apparently, like more than half the people there were all just, you know, white girls age 14 to 20 yelling about how they want desexualization of women in media, which is fine to a degree, right? Like, I'm not going to say totally desexualize everybody in the media, because media is allowed to have that because of realism, right? Like, some people are sexual human beings, so.
But, you know, you can't just have, like, one fucking type person.
Yeah, you need to have the whole spectrum, and sometimes that person is a very, you know, openly sexualized human being. Like, like the girls who decide to wear, you know, shorts that are so ridiculously high that they might as well be underwear. But, and, like, that's not me making social commentary on, like, saying girls should wear a particular thing, so I don't want that being misconstrued. But I'm just meaning, like, there are different sorts of people and different sorts of outfits and stuff like that, so, you know. But, yeah, like, they were all yelling about desexualizing women in media, but then they were, like, talking about homoerotic subtext in their fiction. And I'm like, so...
That makes no sense, then,
Yeah, I'm like, so you're basically just being like, we don't want women to be sexualized. We want gay men to be sexualized because we want our Sherlock John fanfiction to be real. And, like, no, for many reasons, mainly that that pairing has probably existed literally since the inception of that series. And I don't mean like the BBC series. I mean like ever since
Oh, I know.
that was written, there have probably been women being like, they're totally gay. And then the second that it was like he got married, they're probably like, no. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, they're just characters, right? Like, what? And then it was like a whole big thing on like, you know, actual homoerotic stuff, and I was just kind of like, this isn't a convention though. It's just people reading gay fan fiction at this point.
Pretty much.
Like almost all the stuff that was like fan fiction oriented was totally just gay fan fiction, and I'm like, again, nothing wrong with that, but diversify your fraud, you know?
Yeah, like...
And like literally
you know.
diversify your fraud in this situation, because a lot of that convention was very fraudulent. Apparently, according to hotel managers that were asked about it, so people who run freaking hotels, right? They were asked, like, how long in advance you have to pay in order to reserve con space, and it's like 5 days. And during the convention, they were like, oh, well, the con people, we frigged up. We need $17,000, so if you could donate that to our PayPal account, that'd be great.
Oh, wow.
And PayPal, and then to expand on that, PayPal takes 2 to 5 days to process. So even if you did send them money, they're not going to get that money before the con closes. They're not going to get that to save their convention. Like, you got scammed for $17,000. And I'm just kind of like, right? Like, God, that's terrible. But it's totally what happened, and I don't know. Like, it was fraudulent from the get go, I guess, but just kind of hit new heights when they were just like, you know, what sounds like a brilliant idea. Take $17,000 from people, because no one's gonna find that sketchy. And I know other people that were getting upset at the con because they thought it was like a My Little Pony convention because it was called Dash Con, and I think it's supposed to be Dash like your Dash on Tumblr. But I feel like that makes it worse as well, because then you're not really even like identifying what your con is. But it was almost all just like fan fiction-y stuff anyways, so it didn't really make sense. Like, just go to a typical, you know, multi-denomination con, because like most cons are not anime specific. Most cons are not sci-fi specific anymore. There's other ones. Don't go to the one organized by people on Tumblr.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they also ran an Indiegogo campaign last year where they wanted like $7,000 and they got like $5,000. And then they still didn't have enough money for it this year, so yeah.
What?
I don't understand. I really wish I got it. It would be lovely if I kind of, that's one of those situations where I wish I went, and I would never go, don't get me wrong. I would never go to that sort of thing, but I wish I went, because that just sounds amazing to just watch, like, to see everything crumbling around you. Like, they were so ill prepared that the panels were like, okay, what do we give as gifts for when people win like the quizzes and come up for, you know, various stuff? So they were giving them hotel mints. Yeah, they just
hotel mints.
Yeah, they went to the front desk and they were like, we need mints. And they just took the hotel mints and started giving those out as prizes at some point.
That's fucking great.
It's amazing to me that something so stupid continued on for 2 days and the police didn't get called or anything. And like, especially with the point where the minors started sneaking into 18+ stuff. When I say 18+ stuff, I don't mean like somebody was reading freaking My Immortal or, you know, some sort of pseudo-pornographic fanfiction. Also, ooh.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, you guys. I don't mean like you guys doing that on the stream type of thing. I mean like people went into one of the panels, and the panel was literally BDSM 101.
What?
Yeah. Yeah,
Why the fuck is that about?
and they said, "Don't worry though, no one was masturbating." And I'm like,
What?
I don't think that makes it better that you had people who are like 16 in there, right?
Yeah.
Like, like don't get me wrong, they're gonna go and find that content elsewhere, regardless of these people. But like you're having an exhibition type of thing going on where you're showcasing something as your panel, and it is literally illegal to show people of that age group that material.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
get sued, if not sent to like real jail.
Pretty much.
So like, what?
I'm just trying to think why the fuck that's a panel. But, you know.
Well, because it's Tumblr.
You still.
No, I'm not even kidding. That's the best explanation I can think of. Like,
Yeah,
let me put it
I
this
get
way:
you,
they had a
but-
Tumblr. There's a Tumblr fandom, and saying Tumblr fandom is by far one of the most sickening things I can imagine, because that's like
Uh,
a fandom is like a fan base, right? It's just another
Yeah.
word for it. But it's like they smushed fan bases together, and we were like, this isn't Frankensteinian at all. Like, this isn't at all like Frankenstein's monster, where it's an amalgamation of things that shouldn't fit, and therefore becomes inherently evil because of it. There's this thing out there, and it will make you cringe, called Super Hulock. And it is the collective fan bases of the shows Supernatural, Doctor Who, and Sherlock, where they have written a universe where all of those shows exist in the same universe. And it's pretty bad, and all the posts I ever see related to it are like 13-year-old girls saying, I'm not going to regret being a super Hulockian in the future. And like they're
Super
getting
Hulockian.
well, like it's I don't know what to call it. Like, I guess I'm gonna
just
go
sounds
ahead.
hilarious.
Well, that's what they say. They call it Super Hulock. It's dumb. I fully acknowledge that, and totally in my like heart of hearts believe that it is as well. But like I see people like being like, oh, well, I don't find it, I don't find it stupid. I'm gonna like forever love the Super Hulock fandom. And like, first off, it's not a real fandom. It's just it's like fan fiction that got popular. It's like 50 Shades of Grey.
Pretty much.
Oh my god, this is the worst. But to like top that off, they had like a panel there, and like that's all it was like 14-year-old girls. So yeah, like I don't know, like the fact it's like Tumblr starting to fold in on itself. One day it's just gonna become a black hole, and it's just gonna destroy the goddamn internet. Like, everyone thinks that 4chan's the destroyers of the internet, but 4chan's not the destroyers of the internet. 4chan is like freaking what is it, the Joker. No matter how much terrible stuff he does, only in like 1 or 2 universes does he ever do anything actually like really bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, hold on, what's Rachel saying? It isn't even that hard to run a convention. I don't understand. I've ran 4 panels. Yeah, it's not that hard. Well, like, it's probably hard for, like, the uneducated. But, in this situation, that's all I can say. It was obviously in the hands of stupid people from the beginning. Like, let's just admit that right here now. Those people were clearly inept and shouldn't have been doing what they were doing. So there's that. But I don't know, like I really, really like the concept that was a thing that happened, and everybody was just okay with it for a while. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh, I accidentally took stupid damage. Okay. What's in here? Did you see the freaking crap that I was pulling on Isaac earlier, by the way?
I saw like a bit of your conversation with Nat.
I got all the perfect stuff to just infinitely spam stuff, basically.
Because didn't you say like, was it
Krampus.
What did you say you had? You said you had like D20
Yeah.
non-lava and
Yep.
what was it?
I had, well, like, I just had a ton of things by that point. I had an IV bag, and
Oh, yeah.
I just started infinite rerolling, and it got to the point where Isaac was taking 20 seconds before it would, like, respond to what I was doing.
Damn.
So I was just, like, watching videos in the meantime. Oof. Krampus Pliss. But, yeah, like, I decided, okay, this is too much, right? And I started getting, I have so many little followers. Oh, the actual people in the game. Yeah, like, one of them's not really even a follower. One of them is literally a sack.
Fucking, yeah, it's such a bomb.
I'm gonna die again.
Oh, no, it follows you, though.
It's not a follower, though. It's not sentient
Yeah.
by any extent. I'm
No,
sorry.
maybe it has organs.
Okay, listen. It's a bomb bag, not a Noid bag.
It might have organs inside the bag.
It is a bomb bag, and that doesn't matter. It's still a bag. But, like, I can stuff a bunch of human organs into a sack, and that's not going to make it alive.
Yeah, but it follows you.
It doesn't matter.
I know.
It just everything in this game follows you. I've got a floating cube of meat. It's not Meat Boy yet. You want to tell me that that's alive too?
Yep. No.
Like, some stuff is just not alive. Okay.
This
Especially.
is what Edmund does.
Yeah, he just makes stupid stuff, and then everyone
And I
loves
like
it,
it.
including myself. But I will just straight up say that his ideas are just bad, but they're really good at the same time.
That's what makes them good.
The fact that they're really bad?
Yeah.
I can't... Okay, I am so excited for Mugenics. Mugenics
yeah.
looks really good.
Also, I like his art a lot because, like,
He's a
it's pretty
pretty
much
good
just, like,
artist.
made. Yeah, and most of it was just made by him being a fucking weird kid, which is great.
Yeah, like, his family is all, like, born-again Christians, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, not to sound rude to Christians, but that explains a lot. Because, like, every time I hear about born-agains, it's just terrifying. Like, I know a born-again Christian woman, and she came to visit my mom, and she ended up yelling at me for, like, 20 minutes because of the fact that I was telling her that, like, Lilith came before Eve.
Yeah.
Which, like,
But I think, like,
you know, Hebrew Bible is right in that way. Like, I'm not saying Hebrew Bible's right, you know, go Jew. You know, that's a thing. But, like, even if you don't want to believe in the whole Lilith before Eve thing, right? She just straight up told me, well, the Jews are wrong. And I was like,
well,
that's...
you could say that fucking for anyone.
Yeah, I was like, that's your opinion, though. And she's like, no, that's a fact. And I'm like, well, how's that a fact? And she's like, because the Bible. And I'm like, well, that was written by humans, though.
Wow.
And she's like, yeah,
That's
but
like the worst fucking fact ever.
I
Like, that's-
love that excuse.
That's a stupid excuse.
I love that excuse because it is the last vestige of hope for any, like, overzealous Christian in their arguments. Because it's just, it's like when atheists just go, oh, well, you know, there's space, so God doesn't exist. I'm like, alternate planes of existence, you goddamn moron. Like, you don't know how the universe works.
Yeah. It's like, I won't, like, fucking try to argue with anyone with stuff like that, but I mean, like, if someone was saying, like, the book's the only reason, I'll be like, well, no.
Okay, so I'm fighting...
You know?
Fighting Gish, but I already have little Gish.
What the fuck are you gonna get then?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm just gonna get, like, a random item, but still, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know, like, it's whenever anyone argues something stupid with, basically just because. Because, like, if you say the Bible, that's like, the atheist way of going, well, because, and not really wanting to provide an answer.
I know I'm not, you know, not trying to be, like, you know, anti-fucking religion things, but, I mean, like, if someone said that, I'm just gonna be like, well, that's just not...
My favorite thing to do is to be like, there are religions thousands of years older. What makes you think that they're not any more real? And then it still just comes back to circle jerking religion of, oh, the Bible. And I'm like,
Yeah, and then it's like, well, there is other, like, books as well.
Yeah, there's other religious
other
books.
religions.
I mentioned how there's Mayan codices. and how the codices, explain how their religion worked and how the Christians came over and were just like, oh, well, we're just gonna burn this now. That was the thing. And then there's the people that tell me that Catholics aren't Christians. They worship literally the same God. They believe that Jesus was, God's son.
It's like the difference between like fucking Protestant and Catholic as well.
Protestants are still Christians. It's all different denominations of it. It's like sitting there and saying that there are different types of Jews or Muslims. Wow, your religion has variation. Like...
It's like in the old days, like fucking Protestants, Catholics, like trying to have a war and trying to kill each other.
Well, like that was a totally different reason. That was because they're like, we need to have control of freaking England.
But that was interesting.
That was really interesting. Like from a historical standpoint, that was entertaining to read about when I was reading about history, because it came down to like literally princesses fighting one another through proxies. And that's where Bloody Mary comes from, is one was a freaking Catholic and one was a Protestant, and the Protestant was Elizabeth. And, we know who won here. But, but freaking Mary just was like, it sounds like a good idea. Let's just burn people at the stake. Why? Because. They're Protestants. They don't worship our God. This turned in. It's not serious bag. We're kidding around for the most part. If you want serious bag,
we're sort of like kidding with like a bit of a serious sort of message behind it.
Well, like it's a serious discussion, but it's joking around.
Yeah.
Like, I'm one of those people that I don't take it too seriously because, like, if you read any religion, none of it makes sense. But if you think about like atheist stuff, it also does not make sense. Nothing makes sense because
not really.
We're too young of a species to know really anything. Like even if you like believe religious stuff, and again, nothing wrong with that, it just doesn't add up a lot of time. Like one of my favorite things about Christianity is, oh well, we need something to protect against the mice and rats eating all of our crap. So a lion sneezed and out came a cat. Or the fact that dogs use their noses to plug the holes in the freaking ark. And that's why they have wet noses. Like, those are some of the myths where I'm just like, nah, right? Like...
Well, so these dogs wouldn't be the same dogs,
Yeah, because evolution's the thing. But, like, the thing for me when it comes to, like, atheist people being like, oh, well, we have all the answers. I'm like, yeah, tell me how exactly the universe was formed without it being a theory.
Yeah, like, I myself am, an atheist, but it's not like I say that. It's not, well,
Yeah, like...
I don't dispute shit.
Like, seriously, I always just go, there's the possibility of alternate universes. There's the possibility of different planes of existence being, where things could reside. Because energy doesn't... I'm taking the freaking cat of nine tails. I don't care. This is such a bad run anyway. Just make it worse. But it's just like... Energy can exist on various different planes. Maybe that's when you die. Who knows? Who cares? It's just all theory at this point.
It's like, maybe you find out when you're dead, but hey, will you?
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know until then.
So, yeah.
I really like the people that are like, evolution's a theory, so I have my opinion not to believe it. And I'm like, evolution is not a theory. Evolution itself is not a theory. There are theories in evolution.
Yeah.
And that's
like, evolution is a thing. We've proven that.
Yeah, we've proven evolution exists. Like, you only need to look at dogs existing 100 years ago and then today. Like, there's that drastic... Well, because, like, like the short-snouted dogs, right? They used to have longer snouts just 100 years ago, but we forcibly modified them by compressing their noses so that way they grow shorter muzzles. And, God forbid I understand why humans were like, yeah, you know what sounds good? Eugenics for dogs. But that's the thing, and I don't know. Like I like the people that say evolution is just something I can have an opinion on. And I'm like, it's really not. But like, I like to imagine that if there's a god out there, that he just was like, evolution sounds good. I don't have to keep coming back to the same project every, like, 100 years to make, like,
pretty much
a little bit of a change.
Oh, this is also like reminding me of when the Aethers are like, you know, like they can't be God because of evolution. It's like, well, no.
Yeah, like, a creator can put that in place. You can believe whatever the frig you want to believe about that. Like,
yeah, like
well, if I were
God,
do you think if I were God, do you think I want to be sitting there maintaining the human race forever? Like, if anything, I would be actively screwing with every race that I create. Like, I'd sit there and create a race of, like, super psychically active alien squid people.
Yeah,
oh, phone. The phone was not for me. But yeah, okay. I'd make a bunch of super psychically active squid people. Because why not? And I'd tell them that, you know, I made you guys like this, right? And do with it what you will. Just, you know, explore. Go out into the universe, do things. And I'd encourage science. But then I'd create, like, humanoid beings and tell them that they were created in my image and all that stuff. And tell them that they have to live by, like, this strict guideline and see how long it takes them before they, you know, stop believing in me. Or, while believing in me, disregard my rules because, like, they've existed for however long. And I'd want them to come into contact with the squid people, and the squid people just be like, well, our god is, you know, encouraging us to go out into the universe actively. He communicates with us frequently. And then them be like, oh, well, we can prove your god doesn't exist. And me just sit there and be like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you can't really disprove a god. Like, there's not really many.
It would be great if somebody did disprove a god, only for a god to show up and be like, sucker, I wanted to see how long it would take for this to happen. Yeah, it worked. I just didn't have to talk to you guys for like 4,000 years.
Yeah. And but then, at the same time, you can't really prove one either. But, you know.
Yeah, like, what if something showed up on the planet? Like, right now, something showed up on this planet. It was just a big ball of energy. Took a humanoid shape. Said, I am your god, taken flesh. And then, turns out it's just some super advanced alien species. And then it was like...
Yeah, like, I wouldn't, like...
just troll.
Yeah, because at the same time, like, even if you did see that, it's like, well, is that god or not? Yeah, because, like, what... Like, because really, like, think about it. What's a god?
Yeah. Well,
for the most part,
that depends on your religion. Very much. Like, if you're, you know, Christian / Catholic / Jewish / Muslim, your god is the god of the universe, of Abraham and Isaac and etc., 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 all the people that you can possibly name ever. And if you're like, you know, 1400s freaking Scandinavian, you're gonna be like, do I worship Thor? Do I worship Odin? What god suits me better? Also, I really, really hope that, like, I know this isn't a thing that they used to do, but I really wish that this was a thing that they used to do. You know those stupid, like, Facebook quizzes and, like, the quiz sites, like, I don't know what, like, a good name of one is. I don't use them. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Like the stupid quiz sites that you can go to.
Yeah,
it'll be like, "What is your Harry Potter house?" type of thing. Yeah, I really hope that, like, at some point in the past, there was just like a questionnaire that you filled out, and it was like, "Your god is," and then that's the god you have to worship for the rest of your life.
I kind of want to do that one. That sounds great.
Well, there's tons of quizzes out there. There's got to be one that's like, oh yeah, do you worship Thor? Do you worship Loki? Do you worship Frey? Yeah, like someone's got to have created that by now. But I mean, like, that would be great to take back in time and just be like, this will decide what god you worship.
Oh yeah, like people are like, what god should I worship? And then they just take the quiz.
Yeah, like it would be great if that was like a rite of passage too. It'd be like, get out your freaking piece of chalk or your stick and start mucking about on the mud or the chalkboard or whatever you're using, because I don't know history that well. Like, I know history pretty well, but I don't know when people started using chalk, right?
Yeah.
But, like, either way, take out your chisel and your stone tablet and begin to scroll down the things that I say to you. And dependent on this will be the deity that you serve for the remainder of your life. Like a school test, except for freaking what you worship. That would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would take one of those just to be like,
I would
that's,
as well.
that's kind of interesting. Like, I mean, like, it would be great if it was just like you turned like, 12, 13, and then you just forever have to worship this god. It's just like, well, now that I'm like, 40 or so, I really could use some guidance from the, god of motherhood, because, my wife is having some problems. We need help with the family. No, you have to worship the god of fire forever. Well, why? Well, because you picked that one when you were a child.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
It kind of feels like Dark Souls to me, like when I first started playing Dark Souls 2, because when I first started playing,
Covenant.
yeah, when I was picking Covenants, I was like, when I get into this, I'm gonna be stuck in this one for a while, because I don't want to have to abandon a Covenant. And then I found out that there's no consequences for abandoning a Covenant in the new one, and I was like,
yeah, in Dark Souls 2 is like none, just none. Which I don't know, it's a bit weird in some ways.
yeah, but keep in mind that your Covenant abandonment is also a goddamn cat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Also, miss the cat Covenant.
Yeah.
Like, I know that they replaced it with the Bell Bros, but I miss the cat Covenant. It was,
I don't know,
it was pretty
the
great.
Bell Bros.
I don't know, I like the bells, but like, I
guess like one thing I like about the bells, which I didn't about the cats, is you can still continue invading. Like, you don't have to kill the goggles or anything. Or you can just like stay in the area anyway.
Yeah.
Because you have to kill Sith.
Yeah, you inevitably. But then you just there is both the like if you're an invader, right? If you're a blue invader in Dark Souls 1, it doesn't matter if you killed Sith or not.
Yeah, you get what I mean though. Like, if you want to be invaded.
Yeah, I personally wish that once you've cleared those areas, you don't get invaded anymore. Just because, like, so many times I'm just like, I just want to continually bonfire aesthetic to get the spices.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, because I kind of want to do it sometimes as well.
I also don't like that they made it so that way now you have to defeat the boss every time you want a bonfire aesthetic.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of don't know that.
It's
because it's
just,
like maybe like
it's
sometimes I want to farm something.
It's
with
just
aesthetics.
It's just inconvenient.
Yeah.
Also, I like the fact that there is bonfire aesthetics that you can get out of like a wooden chest somewhere, and you can just, bonfire aesthetic to get more bonfire aesthetics.
Although what I do is I generally just farm them in the what's that areas? The dark. What's they fucking?
Yeah,
called?
I know what you're talking about.
The one where you fight the dark lookers.
Yeah, I'm gonna die, by the way. Oh, I made it all the way to the cathedral this time, though.
Yeah.
And I'm not happy about having to die here. Ugh. Just die. All of you die. None of me die. All of you die. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, but okay.
Just die.
None of me die. I don't think there's more of me than one, but we'll go with that.
You never know. Might be
God damn it. I'm just gonna wait for death, essentially, at this point.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I've really got nowhere else to go.
Yeah, it seems to be a bit of stalemate right now.
Oh, not a stalemate. I'm gonna lose.
Well, it has been a little bit once so far.
Freaking Gertie Juniors! Why? Why do you have to exist?
Yeah, that's not 4 times needed now.
It's just who you are now, man. You're gonna have to accept that that's become a part of your life.
Yeah.
Oh! I made it. Okay, I'm good.
Whoa. Those fucking angels nearly killed you.
Yeah, they freaking tore me up inside.
Mm.
They're just like, you want to be happy? And I'm like, yes, please. And they're like, no.
That's why.
Oh. thumb damage. Oof. I'm really tempted to play, like, you know, some non-scheduled streams, and do some strange games like Return to Skyrim and, like, that might be the only way that anyone will ever convince me to play Fallout, is to have an audience. Like...
That's fair.
I just don't like Fallout. I bought it.
It's one of those games.
Oh,
that's a bit...
I died to a spider.
I don't know, like, it's an interesting one. I can't really get into it, though.
I don't like freaking weapon degradation in it. The weapon degradation is way too fast. The game itself is way too slow. And the progression is nonsense because, like, it's open world, right? So you wander...
I go somewhere, so I don't know where the fuck I'm supposed to be.
It's like Dark Souls. You wander into an area and you're just like, everything's killing me here. And then it turns out that you're in an area that's way later in the game, and you're just like...
Oh, that reminds me when I was, like, fucking, like, a really low level, and then I was, like, fucking, was it? I went into, like, where all the mutants were, and just, like, tried to kill them.
Yeah, super mutants or whatever, right?
Yeah, they kind of fucked
I walked into an area filled with things called Nightkin the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just... They're hitting me with, like, concrete stuck to rebar and just destroying me. I'm shooting them in the face, and then they just slug me with a rebar club, and I'm like, well, alright. So then it just keeps on being like, you're dead, and I'm like, I don't even care.
Yeah.
So then I started, like, a whole new character, and I'm like, whatever, I'll just do this my way, right? Freaking... Oh, god damn it, I don't want to play as Judas again. I don't want to play the same guy that I just played.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Random. Eve is not better. But, yeah, I went in there and they just started wailing on me, but, I decided, like, okay, I'm gonna start something new then. Start all over. I'm wandering through the desert, right? As one is wont to do in Fallout New Vegas. And, well, I'm wandering through the desert. I see off in the distance, like, a huge herd of, like, scorpions just sitting there. And I'm like, oh. Well, I'm not going to go anywhere near that, because that just screams like you're going to die fighting scorpions.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so, I don't go anywhere near them. Some freaking bandits come out of nowhere. I don't know what they're called in Fallout, because I don't know Fallout terms. But, yeah, some bandit guys show up with shotguns and dynamite. They start throwing dynamite around. It alerts the freaking scorpions.
Oh.
The scorpions were so far away. The fact that the AI has hearing and sight that is so absolutely ridiculous as it is in Fallout is astounding. Because in Skyrim, I can walk up behind a dude, slit his throat, and then walk up behind another dude and slit his throat. And then walk up behind another guy and slit his throat before anyone even notices. Like, in Skyrim, I will duck in front of people, and they'll be like, where'd he go?
Yeah.
Alright,
it's even better if you have, like, the fucking 100 sneak perk.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. Like, if you have that high, right? You can walk up to a dude, punch him straight in the face, crouch down near his dick, and then just be like, alright, I'm gonna sit here now. And he'll just be like, I guess it was my imagination. You know,
it's great.
I guess I totally imagined being slugged in the jaw just now. That tooth that came out.
I just saw
totally
something
fake.
punch me. It disappeared. So it's obviously my imagination.
Man, I've been drinking too much of that ale. You know, I'm hallucinating. Like,
yeah, man.
I don't know. It's not great, but like it's preferable to being seen from like a whole desert away. But at the same time, I have to say, like, I would love for Skyrim to have AI that's not just like, ouch, my dick hurts, what's stabbing me there?
When I played that game, I pretty much, like, fucking played it on Mastery, and, like, yeah, it was easy enough.
I don't play Skyrim on hard difficulties, though, because it's just not fun. Because then you hit a dragon, and you're just like, oh, well, you know, if I'm not a mage or have arrows, I'm dead, so...
I did a mage character. That was fun.
Mage characters are really good late in the game. When
I had like a conjurer, right? And then he had like
conjurers are freaking cheap as dicks.
Yeah, but that's hilarious.
Because all you do is summon things and then never fight again.
Oh, I do fight though because I also use destruction.
Well, no, I mean like generally speaking though. Oh my god, this is the goddamn worst game ever. I just got freaking telepathy for dummies. I hate everything about my very existence down to the core. Yeah, no, like when it comes to Skyrim though, I'm one of those people that's like if I'm doing Conjuration, god damn it, Eve. I just want to sit back and watch the chaos.
Yeah, I like to do that as well. But I mean, like, you know, if I'm doing something like that, I will put on destruction as well.
I think you basically need destruction and restoration if you're going to do that.
Restoration's important.
Yeah, especially for the wards because enemy magic is freaking, BS.
Yeah.
What is it about fantasy games and then enemies having magic and then instantly becoming just the worst things to fight? Because in Skyrim, as a mage type character, I will walk into an area filled with people and then just start flinging fireballs and they're all dead.
Yeah.
But then
like some mages are just like fucking one shot.
That's the thing. And then you get to a mage and he's like, hey, so you know that spell you have? Mine is way more effective for no explicable reason. And you could have like some ridiculous OP enchantments going on and he'll still just be like, you call that an enchantment? This is an enchantment. It's wild, and like then they're the ones that you like have to resort to freaking melee on because they never put down their ward.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. There's some balancing issues I feel in that game. Oh, freaking Mega Mush, not Mega Mush, Odd Mushroom, thank you. You've potentially done much good this day. You gross, literally dirty plant-like material. And I said,
yeah, I'd just call it a fungi, but
they're close enough to being plant life, though. I mean, like they're closer to plants in terms of likeness than us. So
yeah, pretty much.
Oof. Can you imagine if there was like a legitimate mushroom? And it just looked like people. Like,
well,
how would that be terrifying?
It'd be like the mushrooms in Dark Souls.
Well, yes, actually, exactly like that. That is a perfect concept. They just stumble around in the woods and just clock you in the face when you're.
Yeah, those fucking big ones, eh? They're like you just think, well, that's not going to do much to me, and then you're like, if you're on like a high new game, you just get fucked.
I went in there being like, no big deal, right? Because I could handle them on freaking new game. And then it was like new game +5, and it just cold clocks me in the face. And
like your shield doesn't even do that much, does it?
It drains your stamina in like an instant.
Yeah,
it is
and you're just like, what?
They're great though. I miss them a lot.
Yeah, I miss them as well.
I really enjoy invading in Dark Souls 2. On new game, just play new game. Like I am willing to work for the red eye orbs, right? I'm willing to work for the cracked red eyes just to do this. I go on a new game, and I hope that I find a player who has never played the game before, or rarely played the game before. And when you use Chameleon in the Shrine of Amana, you turn into Elizabeth.
Oh yeah.
Which is just amazing because it's just like
I love that.
It's one of those like why situations. Like why do you turn? Also,
sometimes when like people do that, I just like fuck it. I'm just gonna use Silver Talisman as well. It's pretty great. So like we're both just sort of hanging around as Elizabeth, which I love.
It was really good when I ran into somebody who was doing that, right? Yeah. And he went and turned into an Elizabeth mushroom, and then it was like summoned like White Phantom so and so whoever. Some real person. Let's put it that way. He summoned somebody in real life, and then the dude came over and just saw the 2 Elizabeth mushrooms and just looked at them like, what? And then he tried to Silver Talisman and turned into one, and he just started spinning around like crazy. And I'm like, oh man, this guy knows what's up. And there was just the 3 of us there, and then another one summoned in, and he had summoned a Sunbro, and the Sunbro Silver Talisman until he turned into one. So there was just like 4 Elizabeth mushrooms hanging out.
I want to have like the fucking host, 2 whites, an arbiter, and a red just do that.
Yeah. I really like going into a world as like a summoned red, right? Oh, speaking of like not to derail on our topic, but you remember how we were actually complaining about the healing in the arenas? That's getting patched out.
Yes.
They announced that a few days ago. Like,
what about magic healing?
No, that's still okay. Because that's different. That's magic.
Yeah, it makes sense.
They're patching out stuff like Estus and what are the
that's good. I'm happy with
that. Elizabeth mushrooms, I'm pretty sure. Stuff like that. Anything that's...
This is like mostly the reason I'm just fucking giving up on leveling up on Bloods.
Yeah, like they're getting rid of it in the arena, and the one that's making me really happy, they're taking it away from red invasions.
Ooh.
Like, not like if you get invaded, which was what it originally said in the patch notes, but like if you get a summon red into your world, you are not allowed to heal now. So gankers are basically gonna cry. They're just gonna have to equip magic forever now.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty content with that, to be honest. Like, I don't believe in it, and there was this one host that kept healing like 8 or 9 times every time he would summon me, and I'd just be like, I'm so done with you. And I would just try and get a backstab as much as possible.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anyway.
But yeah, this is like mostly the reason I was like fucking decided like not to level up on Bloods, because I don't want to fucking cope with that. Like people just healing all the time.
Yeah, it's a pain, especially in the arena, because you're here to fight pseudo honorably, right? Come on, freaking fight like it's an arena. Like when it's the Brotherhood of Blood, canonically speaking, I totally get being a dick.
Because that's the way to rank up.
Well, like, I mean,
for one,
you're a dick because you're a blood bro, right? Like, canon-wise, I just mean canon-wise, you're out for blood, right? You want to get your orb, that's it. But for the blues, it's an honorable duel in my mind. So it's like, canon-wise, stop being Lord of the Scum and start being, you know, guy who isn't invading like a giant jackwagon.
A lot of arbiters are definitely dicks, yeah. So.
The arbiters are as big or bigger dicks than the blood bros half the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like it comes from that whole, like, we are justice in the Dark Souls world, you know, idea. Because some people take it way too seriously.
Yeah, and then, like, there's, like, some people that, you know, maybe, like, did, like, a lot of blood invaders or whatever, and they're like, shit ton of sin, and then they just, like, invaded all the time by scums. It's like, wow.
Yeah, that was literally me. Because when I first played Dark Souls 2, all I did was start invading, like, right off the bat. The second I got the ability to, like, I found the red eye orbs shards that were in the what's it called, the things betwixt, and I got the drops from the pigs, and I farmed the pigs. So, like, you know, like, my priorities went from, I need to finish this. Hello is... What?
You can still put it down. I haven't put in the script yet.
Yeah, okay, so there's no script for it yet, but... Alright. What? Wait, that's a script now? What's gonna be that?
Fucking timeout heart.
Wait, okay, so hold on. That is actually gonna be a script where we can just time out all the hearts. That is...
I could be.
That's really nice. I like that. But hello, Humancantthink. Welcome. We've just been ranting and raving a little bit.
Yeah. It's been good discussion, though.
I'm getting the worst things, man. This run is the type of thing that leaves me in a, you know, like a sense of despair, essentially. Because it's like, I got such good runs today, like the one I was telling you about where I basically broke the game, to now, and it's just like, Jesus H. Christ. Also, I want to know what the H stood for. Because I know that's not. I know that's not actually his name. But I mean, I always hear people be like, Jesus H. Christ. I'm like, where'd the H come from? Why couldn't it be something else? Why couldn't it be like Jesus? Jesus F. Christ. Bible OP. Okay, don't lie to me, chat. I don't need to know about your... Well, actually, okay. I will acknowledge the Bible is OP one time in the entire game.
I thought it was with both the bonfires.
Okay, that's still one time in like the entire game though, is that you fight Mom. Yeah. I'm gonna say that that is the same thing.
That's
Harry fair. Or Hosian? Hoesian? I don't know how to pronounce that. I've never seen that name before.
I haven't either. I've seen Harry, but...
Is it like Hussein, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know. It could be Hussein.
God damn it. Somebody just kill me and end my run already. Not in real life. I don't want to die yet.
Damn. I was gonna go all the way to Canada.
You could come all the way to Canada, but like I can't like vouch for you getting like, you know, pulled over by the freaking border patrol being like drug dogs and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Like this is the thing though. Like if you don't have it on you, they're not gonna do anything to you. But they'll like be like your clothes have, you know, enough of a smell for it that the dog is picking it up.
Well, who says I've had drugs? Well, yeah. There was like this one time actually when I like went to America not long ago. It's not. This isn't about drugs, all right?
Okay.
This is because like the fucking border patrol. Eh?
Yeah.
They like fucking like kept us there for like fucking hours, like detained.
Okay.
Because we didn't like have like the fucking person's number. We was like fucking visiting.
Wow.
Man,
so I don't have this international phone number. Guess
yeah. So
guess
they just like fucking. Yeah, so they just like fucking detained us for a while, and it's like, well, like, what do you fucking expect? Like, it took us like fucking 8 hours to get here. What do we, you know, like. Seriously?
Well, you should have it on your cell phone, sir.
It's like, well, no. Just fucking. That was the worst fucking time ever.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get border stuff like.
Because then it's like, well, am I gonna get sent back and have to do like another fucking 8-hour flight or?
My hands all sore.
That was like the worst thing.
Yeah, it sounds pretty terrible. Like, I wouldn't do it. I don't like the idea of travel anyway.
From ever wanting to go to America ever again.
I don't think anyone should want to do anyway. Just be lucky.
Because like the fucking.
Just be lucky that you're not a Muslim person going.
Oh yeah, fucking border patrol over there is like fucking.
I say that in the least racial / religious way, in that there was legitimately like a Canadian dude, right? Like Canadian citizen, born in Canada, who was of that descent and was sent to Guantanamo Bay. Like, no reason or rationale given, just, well, alright, ship him off to Guantanamo. And I'm like, dude was Canadian. He was listed as missing for a very long time, and then the U.S. was like, well, we sent him to prison. And they're like, you don't have the right to do that? Extradite him to Canada. And they're like, he was a threat to U.S. national security. And they're like, prove it? And the U.S. was like, we don't have to prove it. Mostly because the fact that they didn't even acknowledge Guantanamo Bay existed for a long time. They were like, yeah, that place, that thing that you're talking about, that's not real.
Yeah.
That's when you need to be hesitant to the U.S. government, when they say something's not real.
Pretty much. Also, fuck the border patrol.
Excuse me? I didn't even hear what you said.
Well, it was just fuck the border patrol.
Oh, yeah, well, that too. One of the guys at Rooster Teeth, when he was, like, a teenager, he used to, he lived on the U.S.-Mexico border, and he is of, like, Mexican descent, but from America, right? Like, he was born on the American side. And he was raised there. So he's an American, but, you know, because he has, you know, Latin American name and all that, and ancestry, they were like, okay, so we're going to need to have you pull over now, and, you know, we're going to need to look inside your vehicle. And he was like, you don't have a reason to look inside my vehicle. And they're just like, let us see the inside. And he'd just be like, no. And they'd say like, okay, well, you know, we'll get an officer out here so that way we can go and check inside your thing. But it'll be like 4 hours before he gets here. Do you want to have to wait 4 hours? And he's like, yeah, sure. Why not? And then they'd just always be bluffing every time. They'd never wait 4 hours for an officer to come down there. Not then. When he was growing up, he's like 40s now. But he's like, now I wouldn't mess with the cops at all. I died again.
Yeah, that's fair.
This has not been the the most brilliant Isaac play upon the planet, admittedly. It's pretty terrible. Oh. I'm just looking through something right now. I can't even really play Dino Horde right now.
Okay.
Because Misty's not here, Nick's not here, and you do not have a keyboard.
Yeah.
And before...
I can still shoot.
Yeah, but that's it. You can't really help me other than that. Also, yeah,
I can't buy weapons or anything.
I pretty much deaded. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't buy weapons or use vehicles, so I guess that's,
yeah, you're not the most helpful individual at this time.
I wish I could be.
I wish that you could be more than you even know. So think about that.
Oh shit, sorry. What does that mean?
Oh man. I really,
I should just like keep up like the virtual keyboard, not the middle of the screen, just so I can click A.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
That'd be horrible.
Wouldn't be that horrible, let's be honest.
Well, like it would be like over the whole thing anyway, because I can't actually like, because like it's mouse lock as well.
It's mouse lock. Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna do something very different. Conjure up old memories, so to speak.
Oh, okay, that works.
Yeah, it works. If it works, it works, right? That's the old English saying.
Could do.
Not really.
You
know that twerk is literally a word now?
Yeah, I do. Fucking dictionary, man.
Yeah, dictionary needs to not be like a dick.
Wait, is this the Oxford one?
Yeah, like the legitimate, dictionary of the world.
Wow.
It's just like twerk is now a word. Dough has been a word for like 10 years.
So I've made a type in.
Is the loudest game right now. I apologize.
I'm just like gonna go on Google, and then I'm gonna be like twerk definition. And it's just gonna come up with the fucking dictionary definition. This one's gonna be fun.
I kind of hope it does that.
It kind of will though.
All right.
Yep, it came up with the dictionary definition.
I told you, it's terrible.
But yeah, this is fucking Oxford Dictionary. That's... yeah.
It's depressing, isn't it?
It really is. It is pretty depressing.
Alright. Let's hope I don't dead in this game, too.
Yeah, that'll be good.
At least not, too hard. It's gonna happen, like, inevitably at some point. Oh, my window capture changed. That's not good. It was like, hey, so you want Spelunky, right? And I'm like, yes. And it's like, well, here's your Twitch dashboard right now. And I'm just kind of like, all right. Apparently Spelunky is a thing that doesn't exist. All right, it's back. Never mind. There were problems, but the problems are no more.
Yeah.
All right.
It's kind of love how I could like fucking confuse this for just being on the Urban Dictionary.
What's up, Rachel? What's going on?
Oh yeah, what happened?
Because, like, firstly, I don't think we're going to, but secondly, problems need to be addressed.
A bit too far away.
Like, you could just, teleport. In before dead either by you or done to enemies by you. What?
Yes. I think he's saying in before you die or enemies die.
Yeah, but I mean, like, obviously I'm gonna kill the enemies, and inevitably the enemies are going to kill me.
Yeah.
Like, you know it, I know it. it's kind of the way of the game, right? Like, everything has gotta kill each other at some point. Sort of. Right. No reason for me to go that way. Oh. Okay. Oop. Alright. Not bad so far.
Oh, we got a complaint. How's this go?
Well, you know, I'm not surprised. And before I sound like a dick when I say that, she says some pretty, like, terrible stuff. Like,
that's fine.
Did you tell a customer to leave? Yes. See, this is exactly what I was meaning. She just tells customers to leave. Like, one dude came in because he called me the C word.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't call you a cunt. That's not very good.
Well, if you're British, like,
well, over here, like,
I know that, like, that doesn't make it okay either, but I mean, it
over
makes
here,
it more socially acceptable.
Yeah.
It's considered to be, anyway. Gonna write you up for that. That's terrible.
Bad.
Yeah. There was one person, though, who, they came in, and they ordered something, and she was like, no, it's like, what do you recommend or something like that? And she's like, go leave the store and go to McDonald's. And, you know, turning away business is, like, a pretty big infraction in fast food land.
Yeah.
My ears is ringing. I don't care for that.
Yeah, I don't know. But the customer go to your account now.
Yeah, that person needs to just not learn, like, nasty words they're going to use, because clearly they're going to be using them very poorly.
Yeah.
Oof.
But, you know, if someone said that to me, I'll just tell them to fuck off, so...
Yeah, but, like, again, it's also a bit different circumstances, like, UK and as a male.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're going for $1 million gold, you think I can even get to...
What you should do is, you should go and kill Yama.
I can't even kill Yama, okay? I can't even... Like, I think I got, like, to the Temple of Gold, and I was, like, a step away from hell, and then I just done goofed, man. Like, if anyone ever thinks that I'm going to do even remotely okay at Spelunky, I've got a newsflash for you, that not only are you wrong, you're also dumb.
You know I'm joking, though.
Yeah. Well, like, I know you're joking.
Yeah.
Like, I'm being serious when I say I am so bad that it is laughable. He knew I was kidding, though. At least I was ordered food anyway. You know what?
Job.
Yeah, my ear has been possessed by the phone god.
Over here, though, I actually don't think it'd matter too much if you told anyone to fuck off. But, you know.
I think it would be a big deal if somebody was saying that sort of stuff to people in service work. Like,
it depends how it is over here.
Like, I feel like unless you legitimately deserve it, they're still not going to be all too happy about you saying, like, hey, F off to this guy. You know?
But I mean, like, living on an island, actually no one really gives a shit.
Yeah, well, alright then.
Just we have heard some interesting things.
There are some definitely interesting things out there.
Yeah.
For instance, I open-mouth kissed a horse once.
Oh, okay.
Not really. It's Austin Powers line. Classic movie. Such a good era that it came out in. Oh my god. You know, I actually do feel like Austin Powers are decent movies.
Wait, but 8 cameras as well.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, like the person who wrote you up, or the guy who told you that you're the C word? Because if it's the person that wrote you up, they're probably the manager, so that's okay. Oh, for safety, yeah. See, like
But if it's the other dude, that'd be.
Yeah, but like, see, this is the thing. You're also the U.S. Like, that
that
is a legitimate issue.
Yeah.
I'd be concerned for my safety in the United States when it comes to fast food places. They're one of the more frequently robbed areas in the world. Apparently, a person in my class for last year in college, right? They got mugged at freaking not even gunpoint or knife point, at needle point. Somebody brought in like a syringe with a clear fluid in it, and I was just sitting there. I'm like, what if it was just water though?
Yeah.
Like, what if they never did anything with that syringe? What if that syringe was just water that they just got that day, and they were just screwing with you? Like, don't get me wrong, it's not good to have water injected into your freaking bloodstream, but I'm gonna go ahead and venture that it's not gonna like kill you as bad as like having heroin just directly shot right into your freaking veins.
One base. All right, that's a bit weird.
Oop, oop.
Yeah.
Has one facing the bathroom. Well,
yeah,
no, that's pretty common too, though. But it depends on what you mean by facing the bathroom. Do you mean like they have one and is aimed at the bathroom doors, or do you mean like they've got one installed in the bathroom? Because if it's installed in the bathroom,
in there, that's fucked up.
Literally illegal.
Yeah.
That's a whole other matter. Also, yes, hashtag Murica. I love that people go Murica and they spell it with a K because, like, it shows that communism is making a return. That or fascism, because either Russian...
Yeah, that's fair enough. Door registered make way more sense.
Yeah, you know. It doesn't kill you. Doesn't make
There's
you
like a shit ton
stronger.
of like fucking cameras at the college I go to, but like it makes sense. It's a big area.
It doesn't kill you, only delays the inevitable. I like that. That's good. It's true.
Yeah.
Doesn't kill you, only delays the inevitable. I'll delay your inevitable. Whatever that means.
You delay it.
Yeah, whatever it means, I'll delay it. So, think about that while you're sitting on the John next time. Don't even think about me. Just think about it. Don't even think about what it is. Just think about it.
Think about it.
Alright, so there's really nothing else I can do here. I could buy the freaking damsel, I guess.
Huh.
I don't really want to buy the damsel, just that way I can sacrifice it. Ugh, chill comes up.
So I was like fucking hearing like doors closing and shit. I think Mom's doing weird shit.
Again, so nothing new.
Yeah, but you know, it's
Aren't
like
even
past
a
2 a.m.
large store. Tiny as hell. I think hell's pretty big, though. You know, I think that, like, the expression, you know, blank as hell is so much of a misnomer a lot of the time. Because people are like, oh yeah, you know, we're small as hell, oh, we're tired as hell, or we're insert here as hell, and it's just kind of like, hell's usually not like anything what those people are describing.
It's kind of reminded me one about the fucking construction of hell.
Sounded, oh wait, sound like his best friend, or their best friend. Okay, so what about the best friend? Why is everyone always saying people sound like people's friends?
What are you doing?
And whom?
What's who? What?
What are you doing? Eating lunch.
Eating lunch. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, people eat lunch. Is that a crime? Is lunchtime behavior now criminal behavior? I'll lunch your eat.
Be.
What? I'll lunch your eat.
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
Yeah, it is just stupid, really.
Oof. I bounced off a spider.
I can't really say much more than that.
I'll say a lot more. Namely over the course of the stream, of course.
Oh, yeah, you know, for 2 hours.
I forgot that I had a parachute, and then I almost killed myself.
Well, that's not good.
I ended up taking fall damage anyway. Give me the freaking cape. I need it. Oh, that was a mistake. Oh no! I'm gonna dead. I'm dead. See, like, I can't even get off the mines 1/4 of the time, so suck it. You know? I'm gonna dead all the time.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Ugh, I need to yawn there. That was uncomfortable. Oh my god.
Yeah, I understand that, right? Sure.
Everyone needs to rant sometimes, really.
Yeah, although I don't think I ever do.
You rant.
About
There was that one time that you got really angry on stream.
What was that about?
I don't remember the whole thing. It was during like the Anamorpha period of time.
Oh, okay.
You remember when she was around. And you know, not dead to the internet. Speaking of Animorphs, do you know what that is?
That's like something to do with fucking animals and
It's like an animal TV show slash book series about kids that can turn into animals and stuff, right?
Mm.
It's totally on Netflix now. And I'm just like... Also, don't tell me I should have sacrificed myself, okay? I didn't expect to die to the spider.
Alright.
But yeah, Animorphs is like an infamous series because it's not good, but everyone remembers it.
I don't fucking remember it.
You probably didn't see it.
Yeah,
Country, man.
Well, and I don't never really even watch TV.
Well, maybe you did more when you were younger. I don't know.
I didn't much.
I watched a lot of TV when I was younger. I still watch basically a lot of TV. I just switched, you know, broadcasting from like.
Also, I just switched watch like
I got shot.
I didn't really ever watch any kids TV.
I used to watch some kids TV, and oh god, oh pro strats. I used to watch some kids TV, but most of the time I was like, you know, I want to watch this show for this demographic of people that was not me.
That's fair.
Oh no!
I think most of my shit was like documentaries and movies.
I wasted a bomb. Oh, god damn it! I'm getting like. Okay, well, I'll take the cape as a decent item. Otherwise, that was all Drek.
Yeah.
What?
An accent works.
Money and good looks, and here I am, just want a guy with an accent. Don't really want a guy with an accent, because then you're just gonna be like, wow, that's his only defining. Just an accent.
Alright, you can have a few more defining features than that.
Well, no, I mean, like, your defining feature of what you're interested in with a person shouldn't be an accent. It should be the whole package of the human being.
An accent could be some of it, though.
I'm not saying that the accent can't be something that's attractive. I'm saying that you shouldn't be focusing on that as what you want in a human.
Yeah, fine.
Especially because anywhere you go in the world, people are going to be like, man, you have an accent. Like, you know, people from a few towns over are like, people from your area have accents. Like, the hell does that mean? God damn it, I took another heart of damage.
I don't even know my fucking accent half the time.
You're Gurnasian. Gurnasian English.
Yeah, because, like, it's not, like, a really, like, English accent. It's
is there
just
different accents in different parts of Guernsey?
Dude, Guernsey's fucking tiny, so no.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. Like, the area the area I live in, Ontario, right?
Yeah.
I died. I'm a big freaking dumb idiot. This is what I get for trying to play Spelunky while I talk. I can't play Spelunky and talk. I swear to God. Yeah, no, like, the area that I live in Ontario, it's a small town area type of thing. You know, I'm just gonna kill myself. Runs do not suit me today. Procedurally generated run stuff does not suit me today.
Over here, though, we have, like, a lot of foreigners as well, and then there's, like, people that say they have, like, a proper Guernsey accent.
Oh, man. I don't understand a lot of the world.
And then I'm like, I don't have a fucking clue what a Guernsey accent is. I think I have it, though.
I'm a native to this place. I think I have the accent.
Yeah, but I mean, like, a lot of it is just, like, foreigners as well, so...
Yeah, well, like, that's what you think. That's not what you know.
But it is.
That's what you think. Italian accent, though, he could be, like, reading off a recipe of pizza. Any accent, really. Welcome to the world, though. Any accent is, like, okay, so then go to, like, the, United States Midwest, and they'll just be like, oh, yeah, you know? talking about freaking backs away. But yeah, like the people in the Midwest have dorkier accents than the stereotypical one that Canadians get, and like they actually have it. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So it's just one of those things where it's like, if you're saying any accent will do, there you go. 19 and single, alright? Yeah.
I am also that age and single.
Single and ready to tingle, as Shepard would say.
Oh, not tingle.
Well, Tingle's the guy from Zelda, so.
Yeah.
He's single and ready to tingle.
That reminds me, I've been watching Zelda.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I have no idea when that's going to start up again. I've essentially planned that it might just be hiatus. Like, indefinitely.
Yeah,
because I really just, I don't have any idea. Oh, Skeleman, get out of here. Do you know that the human body has exactly enough bones for a human skeleton, which makes up a Skeleman?
Well, I kind of knew the human body had enough bones for a skeleton, yeah.
Oof. I just found a jetpack and some rocks. Thank you, Ujat Eye. Free jetpack! Well, one bomb. Tingle. Oh my goodness. I'm guessing she's seen the... Oh! Charlie.
Yeah.
This guy has 4 bomb boxes.
Ooh.
Suck it, loser!
That's a lot of bombs.
I have them all now. 54 bombs. I don't know what happened to this guy. I don't know where he went, but he's not here anymore. Oh, he's down there. Ah! God damn it. Get out! I'm single and ready to tingle. Where's the bathroom? No, tinkle. That's significantly worse.
Yeah.
I'm single and ready to tinkle. I do it pretty regularly, to be honest. I have a schedule. And I kind of wish that, like, that's not true, but, like, say I'm going to college, and, well, actually, no, we'll use high school. Oh, god damn it. Say we're using high school for our area of reference here. High school was, like, you know, I'd leave around 8, and I would get home, and it would be around, like, 3 or 4.
Okay.
So, my average day would be, like, oh, god damn it. Oh! I got shot in the head by a snake from, like, half the freaking game away, and it killed me.
That's not good.
This is my life now. But anyway, my average day would be, like, go to, you know, school/class for, you know, X period of time. But I'd wake up at, like, 6:50, and then I'd go to the bathroom at, like, 7:50. And then I'd get home, and I'd go to the bathroom at, like, 3:30 or 4.
Right.
Depending on when I get home. And that would be my thing. And then I would just wait until, like, 11 o'clock at night, and then I'd go to the bathroom again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, I used to literally just have my, you know, bladder and bowels under complete control, and now it's like I'm on, you know, this crazy, stupid college schedule whenever I go there, and I can't have that anymore, because if I try, it's like you're going to want to pee at 2 o'clock, but you have classes at 2.
And my college schedule like, is fucked, because it just, like, changes every fucking day.
I hate college schedules. I wish that they could all
They fucking always change as well. It's like, well...
Bring me a shrubbery. How about you bring me a shrubbery?
Can I have a shrubbery?
I'll take some shrubbery.
Alright.
I'll take some
Can we, like, all just have strawberries?
Strawberries.
Strawberries. Yeah.
Shrubberries need to be a thing.
Shrubberries.
Those aren't a thing already. Those need to be a thing now.
They should be.
But, like, what would they be is the real question.
A shrubberry.
Wow, thank you for that. Nini.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I took some stupid damage. We are the knights who say ni.
Yeah.
Monty Python.
Yeah, yeah.
I figured you'd get it. I'm just saying, Monty Python's, man. Oh, this guy has bomb boxes out the bottom. I just bought so many bombs and so many things that I can use. Oh god, get out of here. We need to escape with our livelihood. With our manhood. What, you don't want to escape with your manhood?
I think I have my manhood.
Oh, spiders, why? I'm not equipped for playing roguelike games today. I don't know what it is. I really want to play something else, but like, to be honest, I'm like, I've just felt so tired today that like my brain just isn't processing. So like when I had that Lucky Isaac run, I just sat there for like literally an hour and a half to like 2 hours just spawning items. So
that's fair.
My brain has just been melted today, and I'm just not able to comprehend doing things. I'm not gonna buy everything.
I just like played like a lot of Dark Souls 2 today.
I would totally play Dark Souls, but I don't feel like putting up something that if I tried to monetize would get me like a content strike on my channel.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, I also did the no bonfire run.
Oh.
So that was fun.
I do not envy you, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely not going to do it in no death run.
I'm not going to play Rogue, okay? Don't tell me to play Rogue. That's the origin of what's killing my brain today. I'm going to play the daily challenge. And that's
I don't think it's even possible to do a no death run online at this point.
What do you mean?
Like if I'm going to like be online mode, not offline mode.
Nah, you can totally do a no death run.
Yeah, not with this much sin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand why now. Alright.
Yeah. Just have like arbiters coming all the time. No.
That really only happens if you're in like New Game Plus though.
Yeah, which like this character's on I think New Game Plus 5 or...
Jesus Christ. Why would you do a no death run on that?
Yeah, I know, it sounds horrible.
Like, New Game Plus 1, though, sounds preferable, because then you have all the skills and stuff that you need to survive.
Yeah. I think someone's done it in New Game Plus 7, but...
I don't understand what's wrong with Dark Souls people. Like, I'm a Dark Souls fan, right? I've done some bullcrap stuff, like where I did, like, my SL1 run, and I've done the, what was it called? The, character where I didn't upgrade Vitality at all. All I did was Strength and... faith and
also kind of thinking it'd be like way more preferable to a new game anyway, because then New Game Plus anyway, because then what you could do is you could farm up a new game like at like really high level.
Yep.
And then you could just like do everything like New Game Plus and
just get up to like 7.
You could also if you don't want the ring on that character, what you could do is you could like give it to a friend when you have like 15 million soul memory and just give it back to that other character.
Yeah. Oh man. Like,
which would be more preferable.
I don't